So happy to join the family reunion of OpenPOWER Foundation, and so happy we have more members and more attendees for this summit. And we are very happy to introduce the Inspur Power System to family. The Inspur Power System is the joint venture company between Inspur and the IBM Two Blue company, and I think it is the only company have a power in the company name. So the mission of Inspur Power System is to extend the power footprint in the market, especially in China. And we now, have a big power product, not only the power mission critical part, but also the open power part. We're now using in-house design and using JDM model. We inherit from Inspur side. It's a joint development and manufacturing model for the huge customer like BAT in China. Actually, Inspur have a very big market share in China market, especially for the BAT, and we have Inspur have a big product portfolio, and for the IPS Inspur Power System, we can use in their product platform to design a new motherboard. Then we can leverage the market share, and we also leverage the IPs. Which is already very sophisticated for the huge data center market, for the super scale data center. And we also believing in the power system. The open power based design is a more reliable design and more sophisticated design for the server. I used to design another kind of server, and currently we work with Power and Open Power for a long time to design the system. For the engineering side, we saw the power more focused on balance the system. Not only the price performance, not only the power efficiency, but also the robustic and the reliability is very key factor for design a power-based and open power-based system. So the philosophy and the guideline for design system is, you can feel the difference. And I think those differences is very critical for customer, especially for the customer for super scale data center. That's giving the I think it is introduce the mature technology into in a faster growth market to allow this market, super scale data center market, can benefit from all the good things in the history. We saw that is very important for our customer, and also our customer feel the difference. Then we also using open ecosystem. That is not only the software part open, but also the hardware part open. We work very closely with OCP, and we also very closely with Open Power Foundation. And in the future, we will open more open power based design to the community to allow the family to share the design and to in different regions using the same design, using the same set of open source IP to extend the footprint of the open power. We now have a very big product portfolio for the open power system. We show 4 in here. We also have another 2. The first one I want to introduce is in a 4U storage intensive design. Based on our practice, we thought the software-defined storage is a very suitable workload for the open power platform, because the PCIe 4.0 for the I/O bandwidth, and also the loss level cache, and also the memory bandwidth, and also the fine design, the macro architecture of RISC. Maybe we should understand the RISC is a very important innovation in the history, and we also in many workloads, especially for the for the storage workloads, we still benefit from the RISC architecture and a fine-tune the design of a macro architecture of the core of the OpenPOWER system. And we found we can using one socket to driven more hard disk driver compared to x86 because the fine design of the CPU, and at the same time we get the similar bandwidth and even better latency. So it's mean we're using 2 CPU to driven 2 times of hard disk driver compared to they're using 4 CPU to driven the same number of the hard disk driver, but we can got the same bandwidth and performance. So that is giving a dramatic benefit for customer. Some telecom carrier in China, China Telecom, and their media company Migu, using our solution to accelerate and get price performance benefits for their media platform. And we now have this one quitted from the x86 platform. Actually, the chassis and the 4U hard disk driver designs used to be in x86 platform, but replaced with OpenPOWER motherboards, the system becoming more powerful. We can have a more bandwidth and a lower latency. The second one is 1U design. I think this is the first 1U design for the OpenPOWER that is in the universal product that you can use for the front end workload, and also used for management of the total system, and also for some some computing density platform need you can put more CPU, more computing power in one rack. The third one is in a 2U design, that is in a general purpose design. This design is in a we see that it's a modular design. Actually, that is in a kind of a transformer. We have many different kind of front end module and the back end module. Actually, that is a 3 front end hard disk driver side module in the front of the chassis, and the back end we have four different kind of module. So we combine those different modules with the motherboard together to create 24 different kind of configuration to allow this platform can be suitable for different kind of workload. The third one is in AI dedicated design. We can using this 4U design with 16 T4 or 8 T100 V100 have a more computing power. So for this AI platform, we now have a very interesting POC, and we will win deal with this platform. So the last page I want to introduce, currently I think it is the biggest installation in one of our hyperscale data center customer, one of the BAT in China. Actually, it's T, I think. So for this one, based on the benchmark, the first of all, the customer need us to do the customization design. The customer giving us a 500 requirements for the BMC modification, and based on the requirements of their data center, and we do that modification based on our BMC design in 4 weeks. They are very satisfied with that. And the second very challenging requirement from customers, they want the per system, the power consumption per system need be lower than 600 watts to be fit into their rack. So that is a very, very challenging design. We, exhausted every design methods to fit that requirement. Finally, we have a 28% performance better compared to the x86 platform, and also for the power consumption we have 20% less, and using the same level of working load and the same benchmark for the performance. So currently customers have we have more than 5,000 units to be installed in the data center. That is a big volume installation in hyperscale data center. And the workload is the big data analysis. And we will extend in this customer to the software-defined storage and AI-based workload in this year. So I think that is a very interesting showcase to give us confidence. OpenPOWER definitely can work in the hyperscale data center and carry the modern workloads we have seen in the last several years grows very fast. Thank you very much. Yeah.